Hello everybody, this is Nox, and welcome back to Rogue Adventure. So, we haven't beat this game yet, but we're going to try. So we've unlocked the wizard, but we're going to stick with the warrior. Turn off my no alerts during game. And let's find a good old path to take. I think this time we want to go up the far right path. So, the strategy here is to simply do as much damage as humanely possible while not taking as much damage. So I've defeated the first enemy, the other two will be waiting. So that protects us. Now they're both going to attack. So this deals 3 damage and applies 3 weak. And I should have enough armor now to block both of them. Perfect. Okay, so continuing on this path. This first battle ought to be pretty simple. And we're done. So that's a victory for us. So now we have to decide if we want a card. Interesting. So this High Witch applies weak to enemies and has a quest to gain 100 shield. So we'll take that because we like the upgrade cards. So if we do this, that's 7 shield to his 6 attack, which we block all of. The other one waits. We will apply weak, and we'll gain 6 armor, so that the 4 damage deals no damage to us. And we'll double attack shield, again preventing all damage. They thought their weak was gone, but it was not. It was a farce. So this one's going to attack as well, so we'll also... Oh no, we're out of mana this time. But we took one of them out, so... That was a miscalculation on my part, because I recast weak. And we're going to take a little bit of damage here as well, but that's okay. Alright, so now we can finish this enemy off. No problem. It's another victory for us. So now we have an option. We can do fairies or robots. And... what an interesting choice that we have. So we're going to choose this Blue Bloom Fairy and see what we can really do here. So he's going to apply a debuff to us. We don't know what that debuff is yet. He's not attacking, so we don't need to apply weekly yet. So, but it looks like we're going to anyways. So we've applied some weak. We've been debuffed. We have frail. We gain less shield now. Well, that's no good. We want to take as little damage as possible, so we're going to go ahead and protect ourselves. Then we'll, of course, apply more shield. hit this enemy as hard as we can, and he will be applying another debuff to us. So the enemy strategy here is to attack us and then debuff us on a rotating pattern so that we can't protect ourselves properly. Oh, I appear to have skipped my turn on accident. Okay, so the blue bugs are interesting little creatures. It's basically free armor. But now we have enough armor to protect ourselves, thanks to, we basically beat the debuff. So we're up to 47 of the 100 shield we need. So we're going to gain 12 shield and pump that up to 59. Because if the witch evolves, it will give us a lot more weak to apply to the monster. So we're going to take some damage here. We're not super worried about taking a lot of damage yet. There we go. Can hit him again. Alright, so now we've been debuffed. He's also doing more damage every single turn. So we're going to try and take him out quickly. Keyword try. Almost there. We should be able to finish him off next turn. There we go. Perfect. So none of these monsters are fairies. So we're going to skip getting a card and fight the next boss. Ah, yes, the werewolf. So he's going to summon this turn. So we're going to give him a good hit. We'll see how this goes. It's going to be a little bit rough. We'll do that to protect us. We'll use the beetle. Looks like it healed us a little bit. And we'll apply some more weak to the enemies. And now he's going to summon again, and he's going to attack. So now is the perfect time. Ooh, that is a quest complete. So this applies 9 weak to all enemies, and then is exiled. That's pretty powerful. So, weakened creatures deal 30% less damage with their attacks. There we go. The goal now is just to kill this thing before it kills us. We could reasonably play this slow and block everything, but we need to keep him from summoning, and killing the monster protects us. No new fairies, so we're going to gain yet another gem. Ah, yes. Skipped an ad for you, because now we have another one. And the second chest is open with some more gold. And just like we planned, we have a shop where we want to heal. And we also want to remove a card in our deck. We will remove a fighter so that we even up there, and of course we intend on getting new cards. We have 11 points to buy skills with. So if we buy a 6 and a 5, we can have 2 abilities. So if we buy the torch for 5 gems and the frog leg for 6, we can also purchase the volcanic fairy, and that uses up all of our money, but that's alright. Let's see what this free coin is. That just gave us 50 free coins, which we'll use to boost our maximum hit points. Alright, let's fight another sub-boss. We've got bees. So we can apply 4 burn, probably to a single enemy. Yep. We're going to take 7 damage as well. So we'll add some armor. And then... so we gain 1 shield every time we play an attack card. So we can't block all the damage unless we guard. But I can also weaken the enemies with this and see how that goes. That's perfect. So we're going to take a little bit of damage this time around, but our enemies are weakened and burned. And soon they will also be dead. So if we play 1 shield, that gives us all the defense we need, and we can hit this guy pretty hard. And then of course we can use this to gain some shield for free. And then take out one of those beetles while also protecting us from all damage. Perfect. Then since they're just going to debuff us, we'll just hit them as hard as we can. This time we will take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. So the burn will take effect after their turn, but it will finish one of them off. There we go. So 2 hits in the burn is going to deal plenty of damage so that we can finish him off next turn. At the end of his turn he will be finished, thanks to the debuff. And I see a fairy that we can gain that will apply poison to our enemies, which is pretty nice. So, let's apply poison to the one who will block. Then we'll add in some bugs. And then we'll... oh no, we're out of mana to take out the cocoon. That's okay though. There we go. That seems like a good strategy. Not the most in the way of protecting ourselves, of course, but we will take a lot of damage. We are playing very dangerously. But hopefully that will work out for us. So we're going to take a little bit of damage. He's going to take a little bit of damage. This turn he's only going to wait. So we can apply a lot of burn, deal a lot of damage at no charge. And then finish him off. Perfect. So there's no fairies. So we will gain a gem and see if we can survive the first boss. It is entirely possible that I played fairies totally wrong, or we didn't get enough fairies as per my intentions to play fairies. But hopefully, with all the weak that we just added and the burn that we're dealing here, ooh, all 3 beetles, okay. Hopefully we can keep him down with status effects. Because every time he attacks, his attack doubles. There we go. So we should be doing huge amounts of damage to him every turn just on the status effects that we keep getting lucky and drawing. Which is really fantastic. Because that means we don't have to worry about a frontal assault. We can focus on defense, like we are now, because this should be just enough to finish him off. And we have enough armor to protect ourselves, too. Perfect. So that did end up working out in our favor. Now it's a matter of seeing which one of these cards will work for us. So the Hammer of Fate's good for multiple opponents. And it will increase our maximum mana until the end of the combat. So we're going to take that. And we also need to get some more treasure and go to a shop. So we need to take a slightly easier path. So we're going to go to the far right this time. We're going to hold on. Well, we're not going to use the hammer yet. We're going to stick to our strategy and hope that we get some good stuff out of it. I did not block any of the damage that they would be dealing. Okay, so we can use the hammer, which gives us bonus mana. Then we get a whole bunch of free protection. And now these enemies will be much easier to take out because we can do so much more damage. And we're going to get hurt in the setup, but we'll also be able to finish these guys off much easier now. Let's see if we can end this. There we go. Perfect. So nothing fantastic, though there is the Elf Warrior, which I'm a huge fan of as far as cards go. But I think that would break some of our strategy here. So we're going to stick to gems. And we're just going to move up the path and hope that we made the right choice. Going to properly protect ourselves this time. Because every time we directly attack him, we take damage. Luckily, we're not actually attacking him, and his armor will do him no good. No, mostly no good. So he's going to wait this turn. There we go. We don't want to attack this enemy too much because we take damage every time we use an attack card. So we want to make sure that all of our damage is subversive. Probably could have finished him off with the Elf Warrior there, but I think we've got this pretty well wrapped up. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, there it is. So we do not have any fairies, so we'll take another gem. And then we want this chest, of course, which gives us more gold and more gems. Then we'll take on a boss, a mini boss, the Sand Dragon. And we do not want to take unblocked damage from him at all. So there's our 6 armor to protect ourselves from the dragon. We also want to weaken this enemy as much as possible, because taking damage is going to be severely bad for us. So we're going to hit this guy with this 12 damage attack before he blocks. We're going to apply burn, get more free armor. Even though we didn't quite need the armor this turn, this may have been a bit of a waste, but that's alright. The main goal is to not take any damage while using our status effects to keep us on top of the enemy. And I keep not attacking because I'm worried about the rock horn, but this time we can really just lay into this guy. But this is good because we're blocking all of his damage, we're dealing a lot of damage, and we're keeping him very weak. Perfect. We should be able to finish him off regardless of what he does. Yep, perfect. So here's a Fairy Warrior, and the Fairy Queen, and that Fairy Queen can be upgraded. So we'll go ahead and take that, but we're going to go to the shop. We're going to dodge the chest and go to the shop. We're going to watch an ad for some coin is got. So we're at 242, so let's look at our services here. So we want to heal. We do need to remove another fighter from our deck, as painfully expensive as that's going to be. But now we can look at some skills here. So we have the Thunder Blast, which if we don't play any cards, we deal 9 damage. I don't think that we need to do that. If you have unspent mana, deal 4 damage to all enemies. I'm not sure we need that. Frost Nova gives us a free turn. The Anti-Monster, Not Mine, may be a very good option for us. Multi-Shot is another good option because it lets us do damage while dealing status effects. So it's a toss-up between more status effects and more constant damage. I think the multi-shot is going to be a good spot for us. I don't see any cards that we can afford. None of these are fairies either. So we'll start here. And these stone essences will block everything. So we need to really focus these guys down. They took no damage because they start with shields. Interesting. So we have to really break these guys down. It is good, though, that we are dealing damage with every card now that we play, because it is going to be incredibly difficult to stop these enemies. So we'll have to see how this plays out. I had 1 mana left. That was a foolish mistake. So I think our main goal right now needs to be sapping these enemies of their armor. There we go. It looks like the poison goes through their protection. So that actually saves us a lot of trouble. We'll go ahead and hold on to the beetle this time too, since they're not attacking. Okay, we're in an interesting position at least. I think it'll work out though. Oh yeah, I think we've got this now. Hey, that worked. All right. I was hoping for that because now we have four mana to take on this last enemy. It's cost us a lot of health to get here. But I think this is a win for us. Yes, this fight is taken care of. So we're going to take the Fairy of Thorns and move into the desert, where we will be facing down a King Cobra. So we have 3 thorns. When attacked, we deal 3 damage back. Oh, we cannot defend. We cannot play combat cards at all. I actually can't play any combat cards this turn. There we go. Keep those status effects rolling. There we go. Also get a little bit of healing going. And that's a victory for us. I don't think we need another blue bloom. It is, well, it is a powerful card. We'll go ahead and take it, because that's our only real way of healing. So how we'll start this out is like that, I think. Because the Desert Wizard is going to summon. He's going to summon Desert Cultists. But we don't have to worry about the Desert Cultists too much. Especially now. That was a quest that we just completed. Which is good. We don't want to waste the beetles if we don't have to. So now we permanently gain 2 strength and 2 resistance. And the card is exiled. So that works out for us perfectly. We can use 2 of our beetles. It's over. Perfect. Oh no, we have to take out the cultist. Alright, we can do that. There we go. Got there in the end. So the Night Fairy is not bad. It'll let us reuse a card. I think we'll just skip this time though, because we're at a shop now. We do want to buy this volcanic fairy, though, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Let's look at our skills. We'll buy combat armor. Look at our services. If we raise our maximum health, that lets the beetles heal us just a little bit more. Let's get some free coins and then think about this. Ah, the ads have broken. So, we could either apply for burn, but our deck is sizable. We'll take the maximum health. Oh, I healed us instead. Well, that's fine. We're gonna need the health regardless, because it's time to fight the God of Sand. So we can open with this, because we're not going to gain her bonus effect. So we'll get our exile cards and things out of the way. And they're going to attack, and we're going to take damage. But they will also take damage. We'll also use our beetles. Apply as many status effects as we can and do some damage. We'll have to find out what the genie lamp does when we draw it. Hopefully nothing too horrible. Evoke a monster. I think we can avoid that, though. So we'll use some beetles and apply more poison. These beetles have turned into a massive asset. I've been blocked from playing spells. So we'll just play combat cards till we run out of spells. Perfect. And now we're blind. And we can't play combat cards. Which is fine. We can deal with that. I see he intended to attack us this turn. But we can also heal. Perfect. So far, we've managed to avoid playing the genie lamps, which has been fantastic. So this turn we can't even play spells. Hey, that's a win on us. That ad didn't even work. So now, let's see. Now I think we're going to choose a robot to add to our team. Well, maybe not. No, maybe so. And now we go into Act 3, the volcano. And we'll go straight up the middle. So these fire bees, we have to kill them quickly. Awesome. I'm sure that shouldn't be a problem, since we're going to deal at least 3 damage to them every turn, on top of effects and other attacks. That was an awful turn, except that let us play a lot of cards. I forget that beetles are now a good way to deal 1 damage to every opponent. So that takes care of a beetle and gives us a free mana. Or a blaze bee. That just makes us ridiculously strong. That makes us even stronger. And that finishes the fight. Perfect, we can get another Ivy Fairy in our deck. Okay. So we're going to get attacked this turn by the Magma Golem, but he's going to be severely poisoned. There we go. Now we block all the damage and we can start playing a little bit more defensively, because it looks like this guy's going to be a pretty serious attacker. Oh yeah. As long as we stay on top of his damage, though, we'll be fine. Perfect. Right out of the park. So, there's a fairy here, but this is a really powerful card. We're also going to go for the chest, even though we should not have. No, somehow it worked even though it's still bugged out. So that ended up being good for us. Okay. So now we have fire lizards. And if we kill it, we gain health. So let's weaken the enemies, hold on to that, and then go ahead and end our turn, because I miscounted again. That's okay though. So, now we've gained 2 strength and 2 resistance. And we are near doom, so we're gonna try and stall on this enemy, play very defensively, and play a bunch of beetles. That's the plan, at least. But that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, because we didn't draw any beetles. And now the enemy is dead. So, we're gonna start out staying alive. Hopefully staying alive. And whenever this enemy dies, it evolves instead, so that's going to be a huge pain. Okay, he's waiting, so we definitely need to take advantage of that. Add more bugs to our deck. Go ahead and double. There we go, perfect. Just as the beetles start to show up. That was pretty good. And that takes care of his first form. Now we just have to take care of his second form. He will not evolve, so we can hit him and end our turn. Okay, perfect. At this point, we're just hitting him with the beetles over and over again to deal that 1 point of damage for free, because we have so many. That was the strategy behind that. And I only need 1 defense, and we can finish him off right now. Perfect. That was pretty close, but we made it. So now we have a sub-boss. So we can actually hold off on that. Hopefully this works out for us. Build our stats up appropriately. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. So, let's apply a weakness. There we go. Looks like my phone's having some fun. Okay, so we've got all of our beetles out now. And all we need to do now is to draw one of them. We'll see how that goes. Oh, 3! I just realized that all 3 of these guys are going to evolve when I kill them. This is going to be a rough fight. This may be the end of us. Perhaps my phone was prophesizing my fate. But we'll see about that. Alright, so hopefully we... Oh, nope. He's gonna evolve. I messed up. So they've all evolved. Let's see how this goes. I think this will actually work out. We may not survive. We could probably survive. No, I don't think that we will. we'll just play some heavy defense here. We need something that'll keep our armor from disappearing at the end of the turn, most of all. Nope, there it goes. Well, that was how we did here. Oh, well, we got a level up, though. Well, we failed again. Fairies may not be the answer to beating this game, so we'll try again in the next video. My phone is still just killing everything, so I will see you guys in the next video.